Hey, what's going on YouTube? Wanted to take a second and do a video talking about yesterday's events with the theater shooting in Aurora, Colorado. Today is July 21st. It's been about a day and a half since the Aurora, Colorado theater massacre. That's what they're calling it. It was at the premiere of Dark Knight Rises, new Batman movie. Real quickly, I should go over the facts that we have right now, and that's a 24-year-old, what the media is, the suspect is a 24-year-old white male who walked into a theater, bought a ticket, walked into a theater, sat in the front row apparently. I shouldn't even say the facts. There's really not a lot of facts besides the casualties. But the story is a white male walks into the theater, having bought a ticket, exits through the kind of emergency exit out of the back of the theater, keeps the door ajar, goes outside, I guess throws on a bunch of military gear, SWAT gear, ballistic vest, leggings, the ball flap, the throat guard, a SWAT helmet, gas mask, and comes in with an assault rifle, AR-15, a couple Glocks, and a shotgun, and just completely unloads on everybody in the audience. It's a huge massacre. 12 people died, I think 70 people were injured. The majority of them were shot. Horrible. One of the things I need to get out there and say is, obviously, everybody that's watching this story unveil itself, just unravel here, has to feel for the family, and there's nothing even that can be said. The only thing you can do is you put yourself in that situation and think about, I have a younger sister, and what if that was her? The only thing you can do is put yourself in that person's shoes, and it's very hard to do, and you don't want to do it. There's no way of truly understanding what those people are going through. You can only hope for the best in whatever way you can. Well, with that being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about where all this is kind of going on the mainstream media right now. This is going to be kind of a touchy subject, and I'm sure I'm going to offend some people, and I don't mean to. This is just my opinion. Everybody has a right to an opinion, and this is mine. Right now, mainstream is twisting this story into an anti-gun gun control. They're putting a gun control perspective on it, and they're really starting to question how this individual got a hold of these guns and why is he able to get a hold of these guns. And you're going to have a lot of people who, hang on to that Second Amendment like they might be the only amendment they know in the Constitution. And I understand that to a degree, and I also understand somebody thinking, wow, we got some real gun nuts out there who just got to have their guns, and anytime something's brought up about their guns, they flip out. I'll leave just a little capture of what the Second Amendment says, and hopefully people that read that can really understand, even though it is somewhat general. I think it's pretty clear that not only is the Second Amendment put there to protect yourself, but also to protect yourself from the tyranny of a federal government, or state government for that matter, any government that is trying to breach your free will, and trying to take away your freedom for whatever reason. That's why that amendment is there. It's that just in case you have to defend yourself. I have talked to a lot of people about this over the years, and like many people, you kind of get yourself around a group of like-minded people, and so my group of friends are all in agreement. The Second Amendment is something that's a must. Is there stupid people out there who you wish couldn't have a gun? Yeah. Should you take away their liberty for the security? Well, I think that I should quote a little Ben Franklin in saying that those who sacrifice liberty for security deserve neither. This is not a Mary Poppins world. This is reality. This is reality. There are evil and sick individuals out there who they will find, if they want to, a way to hurt somebody. Whether that be a gun, whether that be a car, whether that be a knife, whether that be a huge rock, who knows? There are sick people out there. There's nothing you can do except defend yourself against them. I'm not going to get into the philosophical and mental aspect of these crazy people. Psychological aspect of it. There's just no way to get behind the mind of somebody who would do something like this, in particularly. However, I do believe, and I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this video. I do believe that there could have, this event, had there been somebody who were CC'd up, were legally, had a concealed carry weapon on them of some kind, this maybe could have been prevented, or probably more likely, it could have been lessened. I really doubt that this assailant walked in there expecting to take return fire of any kind. If somebody would have given him some return fire, that may have given other people time to evacuate the auditorium, the theater, and who knows, it could have potentially saved lives. If you would have had 3 or 4 individuals in there with the concealed carry weapon, it might have, who knows, when you put it in that perspective, you really wish that, more people were armed. Now, what's kind of come to light to me is that the theater actually had a no-gun policy posted, signed somewhere where, you're not allowed to bring your weapon into that building. And you have to respect that law as a law-abiding citizen and leave your gun out in the car. Personally, I think that, in a way, the auditorium is a little bit to blame. The theater is a little bit to blame for that. Because if somebody would have had a gun, they could have saved lives that day. And just because they put that up there, it's not going to detour somebody like this guy from bringing a gun in anyway. So you're really just kind of giving the criminals and crazy people the edge. And, this doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I watched the Young Turks video. I'll leave a link to that description. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. This video is just so bad. It's kind of scary to really think about how naive people are to reality. How quick people are to jump on the gun control and the anti-gun stuff. It's saddening. I know there's still a lot of people out there who do understand basic liberties and understand the logic that, not everybody is a bad person, not everybody with a gun is a bad person. We, for the majority, are morally responsible. We may not be the most responsible race out there, we're not, but morally we're pretty responsible. If you gave everybody a gun, it's just not going to be mass murder. Okay, listen, everybody can get a gun. It's not that hard to get a gun. If you're 18 years old in most states, you can buy a rifle, including an assault rifle. So, if everybody had this just urge, if only I had a gun, I would start killing everybody. It's not that way, or we would see shootings like this every day. That's it. I just want to share that perspective. It's not out there on YouTube enough. Nothing Fancy did a really good video. I'll leave a link to that video in the description above the Young Turks video. You should watch that one. especially the Young Turks video, will give you an idea of what's wrong. What's wrong with especially these kind of political panelists getting on and, you know, talking about how the founding fathers wrote this with a feathered pen, and, you know, times change. When people say stuff like that, it really makes me think that they really don't know who our founding fathers are. I really doubt they've read Thomas Jefferson. I doubt they've read Thomas Paine, Benjamin Franklin. They don't understand their philosophy and their understanding of a free society, a free market, and just overall freedom and liberty through their perspective. It was very pure. It's very beautiful, in my opinion. And it's being tainted by these political panelists who are all about regulation and clamming up the idea of freedom, and it's pretty pathetic. I'm going to leave it with that. Thanks for watching. You know, leave comments below. I don't necessarily want to see a bunch of just shit below. I know this is a huge debate. I'm going to leave the comments open, so you can comment whatever you want. Be respectful of one another, please, and make it a legitimate debate. Don't make it, you know, anything more than that. Debate all you want. Don't go down there and just be a dick. And on either side of this, whatever side you stand on. Thanks a lot, and I'll be back with another video. Right now, I'm out in California. This video is eventually, or this channel is eventually going to be a mixture of a lot of videos. It's starting out, it's early, so please, you know, subscribe, that type of stuff. And I'll be back with another video shortly. See ya.